All right, I'm coming back to you with another video. If you haven't checked out my NFL 2013 preview, Atlanta Falcons, please check out that video. The video will be you click on my name, you will find that video. The video I want to do today, I want to keep the topic on the NFL is, you know, it does preseason have a purpose, and I think it does, but there's some people that think the preseason should be just eliminated. I don't think so. Reason being is, it gives guys like such as rookies, it gives them like reps in an actual game because a lot of these guys haven't played, you know, in the NFL, like in an NFL game. They of course they went through training camp, they went through a lot of other practices and stuff, but they haven't played in the actual game. Now I know, yeah, this isn't a regular season game, really doesn't mean nothing, but it kind of gives teams overview into can this guy play in the actual game? Because there's guys who practice well, then get into a game and they disappear or they don't play up to the potential that you saw in practice. So it's a way to gauge not necessarily the starters or the veterans, but it's mainly, like I said, it's mainly rookies or third, fourth string guys, guys that aren't gonna get no playing time, but who are probably at some point, because football is a very risky sport. Injuries happen a lot, and there have to be guys that have to come in there and immediately step in to that role. Probably not to the extent of the player that got injured, but they have to come in there adequately, step into that role, and contribute. So preseason kind of shows what guys can do. A lot of guys have actually got moved up the depth chart because of preseason, so it does serve a purpose. It obviously doesn't serve a purpose in terms of, who's the better team, because we know most teams are not going to play their starters, such as most teams are not going to play their quarterback. They're not going to play the receivers or running backs. Maybe for one series, probably not even that. A lot of teams just say the guys aren't going to play. So it's a way to see if other guys on the team can play, and there have been plenty of guys who have shown that they can come in. They come in and play well in preseason. You're playing against second, third string guys, but you're showing that you can play. There are guys who come into the regular season who have gotten, even I've seen before, starting jobs, or like I said, they moved up the depth chart. Um, you know, other than other than it's not showing which team is better. It's showing you basically looking into your team, looking into their team. Like I said, seeing which guys can play. Um, that's really about it. I mean, that's the purpose of preseason. People obviously want it gone. It's a waste of time. We don't get to see the starters play. We don't get to see the veterans play. But it shows you the depth of the team, how much talent you got overall, how good are your players? Are the NFL ready? Can they come into a game and contribute? You know, there's actually some factors to preseason. Preseason isn't just something that you just completely overlook. I mean, if you're a really big fan of football, it still has a purpose. Not much of a purpose as regular season, but you want to see what guys can play, because you don't want to go, not knowing much about a guy, especially in an actual live game. Preseason will give you somewhat of a showcase of what they can do in an actual live game. That way you'll be a little bit more comfortable about playing this player during the regular season if something happens to one of your players. So, that's really all I wanted to say. What do you think? Should preseason be eliminated, or I think they should shorten the games down to at least two, maybe. Do you think they should shorten preseason? Should they take it away completely, or you fine with just um, the way it is with 4 games? Let me know what you think. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe.